Coming back more to CoinDCX now, what are I mean, you've gone through a hack recently. By the way, how's the team doing? How's the model within the company? And what are you doing to come out of it more strongly?
I mean, like, honestly, if you ask me, Utsav, I think transparency is the token of trust. And the fundamental principle was we just have to be as transparent as possible. Nobody even asked us, do all of this because we were like, we had the customer questions clarified, but it's just that we feel it's our responsibility as a market leader to come out. And as CoinDCX, I mean, we genuinely believe that we just need to go out, like keeping the ethos of blockchain, just like even we release our monthly transparency report. I think very few companies do that globally, but I think the idea was that we just need to carry that ethos and just be as transparent as possible, which in fact increase the trust even more. So our business now is actually higher than what it was before the incident, right? And customer acquisition, all of that has gone up because this is what customers need at the end of the day. That if something goes wrong, how is this company going to treat us and our assets? And we have and the entire team did a phenomenal job. There's a lot more energy in the company. And I think these are the times when people come together and we take learning from this, and then how can we come out of it stronger? Take those learnings is what matters the most. And if you are able to generate 10x more value by just keeping that learning in mind, I think that's a good ROI.
Sumit, one of the goals we have with TON is to make it super dense and high signal for founders. And this is as high signal as it gets, right? To have you on just shortly after that incident has taken place. So condense the learnings for us. Sumit, it's not the first time it's happened. And as much as we would like, it's not the last time. It can happen to anyone, anywhere, anytime. So what have you learned and what can we take away from it as founders?
Yeah. So just to clarify, the way we handle our assets is most of the customer assets are parked in cold wallets, right? Which is completely segregated. And this was a very sophisticated social engineering attack, very sophisticated one of its kind. We've never seen like that happening with anyone else, because the way we operate is that every time something like that happens, there is a war room that gets created, and we just incorporate all the learnings from then and just like make sure that, okay, where does CoinDCX stand? Given the learnings, what others have gone through, how are we protected? And every time I think we made sure that it's done. Even this time, the wallet infrastructure is completely protected, safe, has been there, has been the case. And even this time it was completely unbreakable. What we operate is like we operate on third-party exchanges liquidity model, and some of the funds, like every business needs working capital, so you park those funds in different places to source liquidity. And that was the attack vector, which generally is a unique thing to us, because not every exchange essentially relies on third-party exchanges for liquidity, because the problem exists pretty much in India, right? The markets are not as liquid after taxation, so you have to rely on that. The idea is that now we will not have any funds lying externally. We will work on a credit line so that it doesn't require us to keep even a like small amount on exchanges, and that way it's like much safer. After that, we've got like 3-4 top global cybersecurity experts to audit the entire system. They've done it. We actually do it. We have gotten, we regularly do pen testing and security audits. Nobody was able to sort of detect or identify something like this, but this was a different one. We learned from it, and what we've done is we have now open sourced the learnings to everyone so that they can also learn from this, and this doesn't happen to anyone else out there.
And what we're hearing is set up a war room, diagnose the problem, get in front of your customers, address this pretty much in real time. And thank you for sharing that.
As a closing thought, Sumit, what's next for you, CoinDCX, the team? What's on the roadmap next 6 months?
So a bunch of exciting stuff. I think 2 things that we are focused on, other than the stuff that is in pipeline, and a lot of things will come out in the coming quarters, as I mentioned. But I think one is we see a lot of new users coming from different asset classes. I think 2021 was more of not smart money, or rather dumb money coming into meme coins and a bunch of stuff, right? Which is not the right thing. NFTs and like crazy. And when you hear statements like invest what you can afford to lose, that means you're already acknowledging that it's very, very risky. And then the next cycle, I think over the last couple of years, is institutional money, which is smart capital coming into the sector. And now what we are seeing is smart retail money gradually coming in. So the user, our average age, is sort of gone up. So now it's people who are in like 30s to 35, like in that range, who have like disposable income, who want to diversify from real estate or gold or equities to crypto, maybe 2 to 5% exposure in crypto, and they get it. Like when I used to ask this question, okay, why do you invest in Bitcoin? People are like, oh, it will go up 10x or it will go to zero. I don't care. But now people get it, right? And a lot of that has to happen with like what all is happening globally. And people who have money, they get it, and they believe that, okay, this is what I'm doing for next 5-10 years as part of my portfolio allocation. And this is good to see. This is good to see. There's a lot more sanity in the market, less hype, which is good. You don't want hype, because when it goes away, that's when you see the stuff that really matters. And there's a lot more real building that's happening from the founder's side. Even the VCs are now a lot more sane, and the use cases that are coming up in terms of stable coins, DeFi, are a lot more sane, and not just talking about tokens 5x, 10x. So yeah, it's good to see.